So find something that you're doing consistently that you're pouring your resources into that will build your wealth for you. When you pay your car note consistently, you're building wealth for the car dealer. When you pay your rent consistently, you're building wealth for the landlord. When you pay your credit card bill consistently, you're building wealth for the credit card company. We are trained to pay bills consistently for everyone but ourselves. We are. We're trained to pay, but a lot of y'all have good credit because you pay your bills consistently, and you're not, because your economic awareness may not have been what I think it could have been or should have been. Or, as a child, you didn't realize what you're actually doing. What you're doing when you're paying your rent consistently is you're building wealth for the landlord. Do you understand? So do that for yourself. Just treat yourself as well as you treat the landlord and the car dealer and everybody else, and then all your economic problems eventually will diminish. So let's see here. What does the D stand for KID? Stands for discipline. If you have a lot of wealth, you can have a lot of knowledge and a lot of resources, but if you don't have discipline, then you're not going to be successful. Discipline is linked to economic awareness. Discipline is linked to delayed gratification. The cultures that are the most successful in this world are cultures that are committed to delayed gratification. That's very important. That's an important principle for investing. The reason I have to bring this up in economic awareness is because I want to make you aware of how society works so hard through media, social media, and everything else to get you to embrace instant gratification. Hip hop embraces instant gratification. It says, if you feel it, just do it and don't worry about the future. The future ain't never coming. The future's always coming. Right. So there we go. All right. So let's see here. This is something they don't teach you in the school. They don't teach you this in the boardroom. Thank you, good doctor. And if you don't have access to lending that's not predatory lending, you stay out of the courtroom. Okay. Now that part I don't quite get, Terrence, but I got the first part, and I appreciate. I got to reread what you wrote the second time, but I want to say thank you very much, Terrence, for your kind words. I appreciate that. And Terrence's second question is there a route? Is there a way to route your 401k into a trust so you don't pay taxes from living on the interest? Um, yeah, you can. You can. So you can talk to a trust lawyer or someone who specializes in trusts, and they can set up. There's a lot of ways you can set up trusts. And trusts are really great entities to understand. And also, as part of the whole, since we do Money in the Morning, I mentioned to you all that we were developing something called Money in a Minute, where every day you would get sort of these bite-sized lessons on something financial specific that can help you to improve your financial literacy. So estate planning is one of the things that we're developing as well. So really, I think understanding trust and the different types of trust and the things that trust can do is a great wealth planning strategy for you and your family. All right, last question. Is term insurance better? I'm in decent health. Well, term insurance, I have term. So I don't know if that makes it better, but I do have term. The reason is because it's cheaper and I want to take that money and do something else with it. But I'm not saying the whole life and everything else is bad. It just kind of depends on what you're trying to do. I just happen to be a person that has a lot of other uses for my money, so I don't want to necessarily give it all to my life insurance policy. But I do have a lot of policies and stuff like that. And the reason I did it that way is because I want to, the way I grew up is that what a man does to really add value to the people he cares about is you show your masculinity by being protective of others. You add value to their lives by making their lives better, not worse. And because men have power, we have a lot of power. And I know I feel like, as a man, I feel I know I'm powerful. I know that I'm powerful in terms of influencing you and influencing my family and all that stuff. And I want to use that power in a productive way. So my thought was that I want to make sure I use that power by doing two things. Number one, if I talk to you or interact with you, I want to make your life better. I want to make you smarter. I want to help open a door for you. I want to make you more, encourage you. And that's why I love talking to kids. Even if I talk to them for a couple minutes, I'm always thinking like, what can I say to this child that's going to leave a lasting impact? It's going to help them to really, really see their potential and do something great. But then second of all, I want to protect you. Right. With my family and my family's big. My family includes any of you that come in here every day. I see you as a part of that family in the sense that I was thinking to myself, I said, well, what if I died tomorrow? Like all this stuff would kind of end. And I said, okay, so I got to make a plan for that. So I've been spending a lot of time. Number one, I have a bunch of life insurance policies, mainly because I want to make sure a lot of that money goes to what we're doing, like to sort of accelerating the movement and all that. Because I know that if I was dead, my team would not have they would lose a valuable asset. So I want to replace that. And then also, I wanted to make sure that there's like a wealth boost. I think that your goal should be that if I die, I want to be in a position where if I die, there's going to be a wealth boost to the people that I leave behind that will allow their life to be a little bit better than mine was, right? So insurance gives you an opportunity to do that. I'm a big advocate for really thinking about your insurance needs and policies and all that. And that's just a critical part of your legacy. So don't allow yourself to be stuck in this a lack of awareness where you forget that we're all going to die. We're all going to die. I'm going to die. You're going to die. I'm not scared of death. I'm not scared of death because I'm prepared for it. You understand? So just know that there's good news to go with the bad news. The bad news is that you're going to die. The good news is that you can live forever if you prepare in advance. And when I talk to our youngest every single day, she graduated from middle school yesterday, and she knows my favorite saying. My favorite saying is preparation is the key to success. And part of preparation is connected to awareness. Awareness and preparation are like siblings. If I'm aware of what's coming down the road, I'm aware of how things can change. I'm aware of where I am. I'm aware of that things can go bad. Well, then what do? I prepare. And if you think about this, I want you to process for a minute how many people you see in your life who get slammed by life because they were not prepared for the worst. That's the thought I'm gonna leave you with. I want you to think about that. Look around. This tells you what we're up against. This is what we're fighting against. That's very common. It's very common to see black people who fall into the labyrinth of victimhood. They live in the hell of like I'm a victim. Everything's bad. They look at what happened to me. Look at what they did to me. This was terrible. And people who are aware and who prepare are not as vulnerable to that. And I think that there is a like almost like a victimhood class they put us through to teach us like, no, don't prepare because you're black. You're too stupid to prepare. Just sit there and let the world victimize you. And then you get the mantle of saying, I'm the victim. And I don't want to be nobody's victim, man. I don't want that. That's not how I was raised anyway. So anyway, I'm gonna go. Thank you guys for listening. I appreciate it. Tomorrow we're not going to talk a whole hour and 20 minutes, but I hope this conversation was beneficial to you. I hope you learned and gained something. Just a quick reminder, tonight we are going to meet for Powernomics training. If you want to join Powernomics training, we're reading Dr. Claude Anderson books word for word. We've been doing this for years. You can text the word greatness to 87948. Text greatness to 87948. And also, if you want recordings of all these trainings that we've done every morning, just go to drboycedaily.com. You can become a premium member of our Money in the Morning club, if you want to call it, and get access to every single training that we've done. We've probably done over 100 now just this year alone. So you can go to drboycedaily.com. The first month is free. So take care, guys. Have a good day. I'll see you soon.